Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn how we can do power pivot tables and we can use slicer and timeline. So currently we have the data as you can see on the screen. We have six different columns. We have date, country, product, sales, cost of product and revenue. In order to make pivot table, we have to select the range as you can see, and then you can go into the ribbon and go insert and then do pivot table. It will give you two options when you select the range. It will ask you if you want to create a new table or you want to create if you want to create the pivot table into the existing workbook. I would be doing new workbook, but just to give you a brief intro, if you do existing workbook, you just have to select the cell where you want to create your pivot table. As here, I have selected N1 for existing, but I would be doing the new workbook because it gives me a fresh start to work with. I'll go OK. As you can see on the left hand side, you have your fields. All six different fields are in here. You have your filters, columns, rows, and then values in here. So it's a very easy drag and drop. In case it's not visible on your screen, you can just click on the pivot table and then it pops up. And in order to create the pivot table, it's a pretty simple drag and drop. So I will drop my country in my rows, I'll sales in my values, and now here as you can see I have my countries plus my sales. It's the sum of sales. Excel by default will give you the sum in the sales. I will take the date and I'll put into the filter as you can see, and if I want to filter I can just click on the arrow and I'm putting my product into my rows. This tells me what type of product is sold in which country and how much was the sales. I also want to look at the revenue side, so I will take my revenue and I will drop it into the values. Again, by default it will give me the sum of all the revenues, but the data doesn't look good in this one, so I have to format the data. So I will select the entire range of the revenue column, and then I'll go up here and I will select dollar sign. I'll format it to dollar, and I want to remove the last two decimal points. So I will go up underneath the numbers as you can see here, and I will double click on it. So I want to remove, so the both of the decimal points are removed. Now if I want to just understand what my data looks like, and if I want to add a slicer in there or a timeline, how we can do that. So let's look into that now. So in order to put a slicer, you can always do A to Z or filter A to Z, um, or if you want to do revenue, you can always right click on the revenue and then sort it by largest to smallest as you can see on the screen, and it will sort by the largest. USA has the largest number of sales versus China has the least, and it sorted by large to small in as you can see on the table. Now I want to play around with my date section. I do not want to select everything. I just want to select one particular month. So I will unselect all and I will select all my May. I guess I left one. I will select that one and then I will just hit OK. And then it will filter out just the month of May. So all the data here is for the month of May. Another easy way to do this is we use the timeline function. The timeline function is in the pivot table analyze, and you can go insert timeline and you can see the date is already there. So you have to check the date section here and then hit OK. So once you hit OK, you see you can play around with periods. You can select 1 month, 2 months, or a range of months, and the data will change accordingly. You can also expand if you have years. This can go over different years. Now if I want to change the format of the timeline, I can go up here and I can select different colors accordingly, like whatever colors I prefer. I can select it. If I prefer blue, dark blue, I can select that. The next thing we want to see is how can we make a slicer. So in order to make a slicer on the product types, we'll go into the pivot table analyze, and we'll go in the slicer settings. So if you can see there's an insert slicer, I'll select the insert slicer, and it gives me all 6 different options. I will start with product, so that I would know which product I want to filter in my data. As you can see, I have 3 products: laptop, OLED TV, and tablet. So these are the 3 different products I would like to see in my data. I can select one and the data will filter accordingly. I can select 2 at a time, and as you can see, I selected tablet and it changed. Laptop, if I have to select all of them, I will hit control and select all 3 of them, and data will be changed. So this will also give you your live data if you have in there, if you can analyze it accordingly product by product, or if you want to do all 3 at a time.